on the street, she's neglecting her baby. You gotta keep it cool. Don't let the bull in you control you.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Link. Jason Salas here, and I have two friends of mine in the KOM News Zoom room. We have Chelsea St. Nicholas and Tina Nokit. They are with Bank of Guam and with American Cancer Society, respectively. Ladies, half a day, and welcome to the show.
Morning. Thank you for having us.
Tina, I've been telling you for a year, but I cannot wait until I have you in the same room and we can interview you about all the amazing events that you're in charge of and everything. Once we get back to that point, you and Chelsea and all of your team, you guys are welcome here at KUM. You know that.
Absolutely. We're so looking forward to that. I know that, again, this whole time of us being able to get in the same room is not the same, but we're excited this morning to share how Chris talked a little bit about return to normalcy, getting closer to being able to celebrate together, and that's happening with our Survivor DriveNWave coming up next weekend.
All right, so let's go ahead and break it down. So, like, Chelsea, what do people need to know? Because, we say this all the time here on the show. There's literally a million things to do on Guam, with your friends, with people you go to church with, by yourself, take pictures in a cajillion different places around here. It's selfie heaven here on Guam, right? But one of a handful of activities that truly the entire community comes together as one island family, that we all do together, all for the same reason, is the Relay for Life. And this certainly is going to be one thing that we continue that tradition of working together.
Yes, and like what Tina said is we have our Survivor DriveNWave coming up on July 10th. It's from 2 to 5 p.m. at Teason High School. And it's a great way for us to celebrate our survivors. They're going to be able to, instead of having the once was normal events where we would go and they would come in person and we would have a celebration, it's going to be a little bit different. It's kind of like the drive-through grads situation kind of ordeal. And so we have adopted that, and that's how we're going to celebrate our survivors this year, because they've battled such a huge fight and they've won, right? And we still have people continuing today. And so we just want to make sure that they understand that we're still there for them. We're still fighting with them. And this is going to be a great event, and we hope people sign up and join us.
Absolutely. Some people, they even said about, the grad and drive-through graduation and everything like that, like it's not the same. I love that format. I think it's like super cool.
Yeah. And what's going to be amazing is, that victory lap that we usually have at the field, we're going to recreate that with our paparazzi teams that are going to be along the drive route for them to be there to cheer on our survivors as they drive through. So we're hoping they'll still get that sense from our community and from our relay teams that, we're right there with them. And to continue, and for us to thank them for continuing to be that inspiration for us to continue to fight, even in these really uncertain times, and just digging deep into our hearts, into our time, into our pocketbooks to help,
Yes.
fund the mission of the American Cancer Society.
So, Tina, it's kind of like almost like a little motorcade.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Awesome.
what we're looking for. So the first car will be allowed in at 2 p.m. And we're hoping it'll be as smooth as the grading goes. This is going to be our first time, so we're going to ask the entire community's patience as we, run through this. And, we can plan as well as we, as much as we can, but we always know sometimes Murphy, sneaks up on us and some things may not go as we plan. But again, in the spirit of fighting cancer, in the spirit of tackling whatever comes our way and, overcoming that, that's what we're looking for this during this event. And so Saturday, July 10, Teason High School, cancer survivors and a primary caregiver will be able to come through. There is going to be a photo opportunity as they come around kind of at the grandstand. Well, they'll be able to exit the vehicle, come and take a photo with the amount of years that they've been a survivor. And then, get back into receive a little recognition item. Thank you to Happy Boutique Things, who's donated a really gorgeous ornament for them to commemorate this year in honor of Team Jesse, their loved one. They do this in memory of him, and we thank them so much for their support. We thank the Bank of Guam for being our cancer survivor sponsor this year. We can't do what we do without our partners, like the Bank of Guam and Happy Boutique and Things, to help us really bring back that spirit. And show our survivors, showcase our survivors. Last year, that virtual event was awesome, but I think we really missed being able to see our survivors and see their faces and be with each other to congratulate them as they this year take that drive around the loop and bring us that spirit of hope.
Okay, ladies, if I may, I got one question, because one thing that I always think is so, I mean, and you said, like, Tina, some of the logistics of this, we're gonna have to plan as best we can and try and like execute the rules, but all are welcome, obviously. And if you were a survivor, we would love to feature you, to honor you, to celebrate you. But I've seen in past Relays for Life, you may have 24 people that are marching. Very, very quickly becomes 200, because people just come in and they're like, hey, that's my cousin, or, oh, I went to school with that guy, or, I know that person, or they just, they bring friends and family, and everyone was like, they're like, we are a support system. And that is, part of the point. So
Right.
do people have to register to be part of this, part of the
Absolutely. We are encouraging everyone to, hop onto the website or call the office 477-9451 to let us know that they're coming through. We want to be prepared for everybody that's going to come through and make sure that we have enough of the recognition items or a plan to help with those that, may not, if we run out, right, we're going to have a plan to be able to provide that at a later date. But there's also, again, being a part of our event, we want to make sure that we're given permission to take photos, because that's what we're going to do. So we need all of that permission, and that's done through us actually signing up to participate in the event. So pre-registration online, or call the office, but we will be able to, for those that aren't able for some reason between now and Saturday, they forgot, but they see the line and they're wondering what's happening, or they get a phone call saying, hey, we're going. They're welcome to come up. We're not going to turn away anybody. We want to be sure that we're there for them, and to celebrate their victory, and we're going to be there for them, and we're going to do what we need to do to make it happen. So
yeah, I don't want to speak for
registration encouraged, but come on through.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for you guys, obviously, because you guys are the ones that are doing all the planning, but I can say with full confidence that, like, if you do have a passion and a drive, pun intended, to be part of, the motorcade, then, you will be accommodated, because certainly, that is part of who we are as Guamanians, and we do want to celebrate.
Right. As far as the paparazzi teams, we are still in the pandemic, and we still fall under the current guidelines as far as our social gatherings. So the number of teams on site, and actually the number of people on site that are actually there, not the ones driving through, we are limited to the 100 persons. So our paparazzi teams, we've, given them the messaging about how many people they can have on site, and if they need to switch out to do shifts, we're asking them to do that so that we can accommodate as many people as we can, as many teams and team members as we can, while staying within the guidelines of the proposal that we've submitted to public health. We really want to be good stewards of kind of the policies, again, for the safety of the community, and of course for the safety of our cancer survivors that are going to be coming through.
Now, Chelsea, I'd like to ask you, because obviously the Bank of Guam has always been like, one of the strongest corporate partners in Relay for Life, and you guys always have this, huge showing of, your family members, from people that work there, and they bring their extended families. And I'd like to ask, if I may, and everything, what does that mean for you as an employee and as a member of that family in the bank? And then, what does it mean for you personally to be able to take part in the Relay for Life?
Well, as part of being a part of the Bank of Guam Familia, just to know that our employees come together and they see how important it is to celebrate this, and they've all been touched by cancer one way or another, right? Through an extended family member or through themselves. And so for us to get together and unite and really just be here, not only for the company, but for the island, it just means so much. Like it's a really important, it's an important event for us. I mean, as our part of our mission to strengthen in the communities that we serve, it's just a staple. I love it. I love working for this company because of that reason. Personally, I recently lost my grandmother to cancer. And so it's been such a journey, and we've always been attending the survivorship events. And so being there without her this year, it's going to be tough, but like, it's to remember. And she was a survivor at one point, and, we lost the second battle, but it happens. And, it's how we live on their memory.
Well, our condolences for the loss of your grandma. But yeah, and she is a champion, and the fact that she put up a very, I'm sure, a very noble fight and everything like that. We will all do our part, as members of this extended family and everything like that to honor her.
Thank you.
Okay, so what else should people know? Because Tina, one of the things about Relay for Life is, everybody goes there, like with the same intent. It's not just, oh, this is a great place to hang out, or, my friends are going there, or, like, oh, this would make a great Instagram story. We all know why we're going there and why we're doing it, but there's always activities, and there are, like, things to do and things to learn, and things you can take away from it.
Right. So the Survivor DriveNWave, is the first event for the 2021 celebration. And this Friday, Governor Liu is going to be proclaiming July as our official launch month for Relay for Life. In the past, it's been like Relay for Life Day, but because of the unique circumstances, we're going to be launching the entire celebration. And so that will take place. We can tune in on her Facebook page for that 10:30 on Friday. And we invite everybody to join us for that one. And then after that, so our survivorship, and then we come to the Luminaria, which is going to take place in August. And hopefully, if things go well, right, with the plans of lifting numbers, we'll be able to have a much bigger celebration that we're planning for right now. But again, we're going to be doing the bare minimum for safety reasons. But for those that want to continue to honor their family members and remember the loved ones that we've lost, the luminarias are available. You can call the office, or you can purchase them online, and so that you can have your loved one represented in our ceremony. It's going to be for us, that coming home into the ceremony, and really the Luminaria is one of the biggest attractions of our Relay for Life event, and that's the one that everybody ensures that they're there for, regardless of whatever else is happening. So rather than just a 2-hour event, we're looking at a day-long opportunity for folks to come in and witness the ceremony, pay tribute to their loved ones. And then, of course, our Relay for Life teams. I know our latest team that has joined on, Team Gov Guam, they are actively doing their fundraising and getting together.
Team Gov Guam, like the whole Gov Guam.
Yeah, like the whole Gov Guam. Yeah, all of the agencies are members of Team Gov Guam.
Yeah, Chelsea, you guys may have competition for biggest showing.
No, we do. I see their hustle. It's amazing.
Competition is healthy,
Right, absolutely. And what's beautiful is that it's not too late to form a team. If you are just learning about Relay for Life right now, learning about the activities that we have planned, please call the office 477-9451 to get the details. Hop on our website, relayforlife.org/GuamGU, and get the details. And we'd be happy to have you. There's still so much time to get involved. And again, if you know somebody, a survivor especially, that does not know about the ceremonies and the celebrations, please share the information so that we can get as many people to join us as possible.
All right. Well, ladies, we got to run, but thank you so much. I know there much work lay ahead and everything like that, but I know in your capable hands, like, everything's going to go smoothly. We, again, can never say this enough. We are so honored to be, to share this work with you, because it's never a burden. It's always something we do with love.
Thank you. Thank you so much to the KOM team for always being there for us as well. Thank you, Bank of Guam and Boutique and things.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Yeah, Chelsea, thanks so much. We'll see you guys soon, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
All right, everybody. And that was, of course, our segment, The Greater Good. And every Wednesday here on The Link, we